Hi everyone, I'm Brianna, welcome here, and today we are talking about 5 potent plant allies for Dreamwork. I've carefully chosen these plants because they are so magical, but they are also pretty accessible, and so I wanted that to be available to you so that you can experience these plants for yourself. When we're asleep, we can enter into our inner worlds, and those experiences can be quite vivid and they can be quite amazing, and a lot of us even dream and don't remember it, or a lot of us don't dream at all. So having some kind of assistance within our dream world can be really helpful for us to reveal insights and get a deeper look at what is happening within ourselves. There is a lot of mystery that happens in our dream worlds, but the more that we are able to incorporate a intention and plant allies, the more that we are able to become more aware of what is happening in our inner world, the more that we are able to explore these adventures, the more that we are able to download information and wisdom from the universe and begin to explore these different timelines that we are going through when we're dreaming. When we're able to better interpret and remember those experiences, the more that they can benefit us in our waking lives. So all of the plants that I have chosen here can really help to assist and amplify and elevate our dream experiences, which can be really helpful, especially if you're a person who doesn't dream or doesn't remember your dreams. These plants can really help you get there. One of the reasons that I feel called to make this video at this exact moment in 2023 is that there is some pretty serious and heavy energetic shifts happening on the planet right now. There's some big upgrades happening, and this is resulting in a lot of exhaustion and really wild dreams. So having the awareness of these plants and how they can support us in our dream world might be really helpful right now. All of the plants that I'm going to mention here today can be used in a variety of ways. They can be consumed via teas, tinctures, herbal smokes, and food, or they can be used energetically. For example, hanging the plants near your bed, or burning their smoke, or using them in sprays. Doing your own research with plants is really important so that you can ensure that it doesn't interact with your medications or with your health in any kind of way. You really want to make sure that these plants are assisting you and not harming you. So if you discover that consuming these plants is not an option for you, then working with them energetically might be preferred. Before we jump into the list though, I just want to speak briefly to chamomile and lavender. Both of these herbs are some of the most common sleep assisting allies, and so they are not going to be in my list because they are so basic. They can be paired with all of the herbs that I'm talking about today. So I just wanted to make sure I mention those 2 powerful sleep aids because they are very well known, but I want to take this opportunity to speak to more complex plant allies that maybe are not so well known. So, plant number 1 is mugwort. Mugwort is, in my opinion, the master Dreamwork plant ally. Mugwort is an absolutely incredible plant for inducing lucid dreams, dream awareness and insights, and helping to bring your intention over into your dream world. Mugwort can not only enhance lucid dreams, but it can also enhance the visuals and the colors of your dreams. So it can really increase the experience that you're having in a positive way. Mugwort can also help with amplifying the frequency of your dreams, the clarity of your dreams, and also help with dream recall the next morning. As well, mugwort is so powerful in our dream state that it's actually used within shamanism to help achieve trance-like states. So this is a really powerful plant, and that is why I consider it the master Dreamwork plant. Mugwort is also a very ancestral herb, so paying respect and gratitude to the land that it comes from can be really helpful when you are working with this plant, because that gratitude can really invoke the spirit of this plant and to allow that wisdom to really be downloaded into your consciousness. And so I think that paying gratitude towards the land that the mugwort comes from is a really great way to work with the ancestral properties of this plant. To get the most out of mugwort as a dream ally, I do recommend consuming it if that's an option for you. So consuming it through teas and tinctures and smokes, that is the best way to consume it. I always like to issue a bit of a warning though when it comes to mugwort, because it is a diuretic, so make sure you drink a lot of water when you're consuming it, and you should absolutely not consume mugwort when you are pregnant because it can create uterine contractions. I want to share a really intense dream experience that I had with a mugwort tincture because it's so cool. I had a mugwort tincture that I consumed in the forest with the plants that were in the tincture. It was about midday and I had several droppers of it through about a half an hour, and it was in the middle of the day, so I really wasn't sure if it was going to affect my sleep, but it really did. I had what's called a false awakening in my sleep. It's a type of lucid dreaming, really. It's where I woke up within my dream, and in that moment I was wearing the same outfit that I was wearing, my bedroom looked the same as it did, everything was as it was in my reality, but I was experiencing it within the dream world. It was like my spirit had lifted out of my body and was witnessing myself in my dream state, or it was witnessing the future moment, because after that happened, I woke up and it happened all over again. It was like the mugwort allowed my spirit to witness my future in some way. So that was really cool, and I really feel like that speaks to the power of mugwort. It's just such an incredible plant that really helps to elevate your spirit, literally. I actually have an entire video about the magic of mugwort, so if you are interested in learning more about this plant ally, then definitely go check that out after this. Plant number 2 is Blue Lotus, also known as the Blue Egyptian Water Lily. Blue Lotus is a really, really beautiful plant spirit that has really calming abilities. It can really allow you to de-stress, reduce anxiety. It is a bit of a sedative, and it also is a psychoactive that can increase states of euphoria. As well, Blue Lotus is a really powerful assistant when you are lucid dreaming in a very similar way to mugwort. We have a little visitor. Hello. Do you like mugwort? So because Blue Lotus is a psychoactive plant, it can induce these states of euphoria, and it can feel very similar to a really mild psilocybin microdose. It is super mild in comparison to psilocybin, but if you are in a really grounded and clear state when you consume Blue Lotus, then you will be able to feel that state of euphoria more deeply, which feels really good when you are about to fall asleep. Because of Blue Lotus's psychoactive and sedative qualities, it is really, really powerful for lucid dreaming. And this is because it helps you fall asleep, stay in a deep sleep, and it also kind of activates your third eye so that you can explore your inner worlds deeply. Actually, the ancient Egyptians were really well known to have used Blue Lotus to help expand their consciousness and work with their third eye. For them, Blue Lotus was a symbol of immortality and afterlife. Blue Lotus really helped them dive into their inner worlds, which allows them to expand their consciousness and be a more clear channel to their higher selves. So this is something that we can do too. It's not just limited to the ancient Egyptians. So just know that this powerful plant has been used for decades and lifetimes. I really love to pair Blue Lotus with Mugwort because they both have such powerful properties in terms of lucid dreaming. And the way that I like to do this is through a herbal smoke, and I also like to add rose petals. That's my favorite blend, is Mugwort, Blue Lotus, and rose petals. I might smoke this before bed and allow the energy of those plant spirits to kind of cleanse my body of any stagnating energy, so that when I'm sleeping I am a more clear channel and I can receive and download wisdom more clearly, and I can go on these adventures and these lucid dreams and have more control within my dream world. I really love that together these plants can really take me on a wild ride. I just really love that. As well, Blue Lotus and Mugwort together are really powerful to introduce into your life if you don't feel that you dream or you can't remember your dreams at all. They can really assist you with recalling your dreams and experiencing dreams while you sleep. Plant ally number 3 is Valerian. Valerian has quite a few gentle magical properties that can assist us with both our sleep and our dream world. It can help us with calming the body, and it can help with insomnia. It helps us fall asleep quicker and staying within a deep sleep longer. It also helps us to dream longer, and it can also really help with dream recall the next day. Because Valerian can really help with things like falling asleep, staying in a deep sleep, and recalling any dreams that you might have, it's just really great for Dreamwork basics. And then this allows you to begin to have more meaningful and insightful dreams. So I feel like long-term use of Valerian really helps us to establish our inner dream world and then begin to help us recall it, especially if that is something that you really struggle with. As well, because Valerian helps us stay asleep for longer periods of time, that gives us more of a chance to even have dreams and achieve things within our dreams. So if you are lucid dreaming or you are seeking control within your dreams, then this is a great herb to assist you in that work, because it helps you stay asleep longer, so you can technically achieve more if you are dreaming. So every night before bed, I have Valerian with passion flower, and I do this about an hour before I fall asleep because I am a lifelong night owl and my creativity really comes to life at night, and I could very easily stay up until 6 a.m. absolutely no problem at all. But that's not always helpful for my rhythms and being a part of the world, and so I like to have Valerian and passion flower before I go to bed. It helps me fall asleep quicker and also stay asleep longer. Something to really note with Valerian is that it smells really, really bad. It smells like a wet dog, and that is no understatement. And that is why I choose the Valerian and passion flower pre-made blend at the store and not just Valerian on its own. It's not a very pleasant experience when you have Valerian on its own. Also, what's interesting about Valerian is that it's really helped to calm my nightmares with long-term use. So I've been drinking Valerian almost every day for at least over a year, and I've noticed a significant decrease in my nightmares. I used to have nightmares almost every single night, to the point where I considered them night terrors, and even for a long period of time I had this same nightmare every night. So I feel with long-term use, Valerian has really quieted my nightmares and made those less frequent or less intense. Valerian is a muscle relaxant and it helps calm your body, but it also really helps calm your mind so that you are in a more peaceful state within your dream world, which really helps with having more meaningful and peaceful dreams, or just less chaotic and scary dreams. Plant ally number 4 is lemon balm. Lemon balm is such a calming and relaxing herb, and it really helps to clear out any mental clutter that we have before bed. It also has sedative qualities, so it is really helpful with creating more peace and feelings of being grounded within the mind, body, and soul. So lemon balm is actually a really good one to pair with valerian, and this is something that I've been doing lately as well. Lemon balm really is just such a great herb to have at the end of the day or before you're going to bed, because its sedative and calming qualities are so strong that it can really help us to quiet the mind as we're going to bed. I know a lot of us have those moments as we're about to fall asleep where we're thinking about all of these different things, and lemon balm really helps those intrusive thoughts kind of start to melt away so that we're not bringing them into our dream world. Ultimately, this helps to kind of melt away stressors, anxieties, and just those intrusive thoughts so that our dreams are not based on all of those things, and that really just helps cultivate the peace within our dreams, or just less anxiety and stressors. When we have a really stressful life, or even, for example, if we watch a really scary movie before bed, that can really come into our dream world. I like to watch scary movies before bed. Maybe that's why I used to have a lot of nightmares, but it is something that is truthfully able to happen. The things that we experience in our day or right before bed can have an effect on our mind and our inner world when we're sleeping. So something like lemon balm that can really assist with melting away those stressors and anxieties and intrusive thoughts is really going to have the ability to transform our dream world in a positive way. As well, because of its strong calming abilities, lemon balm has the power to really settle our nervous system. And because of that, it really does have the ability to keep us in this really grounded state when we are asleep. And this can actually limit the dreams that we have. So this is really powerful if you are someone who needs a really deep rest. Lemon balm can really help with that, because it can actually keep you in such a deep sleep that you might not even experience dreams, or you might not remember them upon waking. It's just something that I've really been noticing when I consume a couple of cups of lemon balm before bed. It actually reduces the amount of dreams that I have, and it allows me to be in a deeper sleep for a longer period of time, and not just a deep sleep, but a really deep rest. Sometimes with lemon balm, I don't even remember the dreams that I had because my sleep was so deep. It's almost like I wasn't dreaming, and so there weren't dreams to remember, which is super abnormal for me. So if you are someone who just really needs a really deep rest, have a few cups of lemon balm before bed, and that might help you out a lot. So again, lemon balm is a really great plant ally and herb to have if you are looking to limit your dream world in any kind of way. Plant ally number 5 is yarrow. Yarrow is a really magical herb for increasing and amplifying visions and divination. So pairing yarrow with your dream world is really going to help you to download more wisdom and knowledge and bring that into your consciousness, and it's going to help you to have more vivid dreams and allow you to go on some pretty cool adventures, because your visions and your third eye are going to be really activated. Yarrow is also a really hardy plant. It's a really strong and resilient plant, and those characteristics can be brought into our dream life when we are working with yarrow before we go to sleep. As well, because of the strength of yarrow, it's just a really good dream protector overall, in a similar way that maybe a dream catcher might be. So again, just having it by your bed or under your pillow is a really great idea, or using yarrow in some kind of sleep spell could be really beneficial. So if you are like me and you've had nightmares, having yarrow nearby your bed at night can really help you with that strength and resilience while you sleep. So those are the 5 plant allies that I've chosen for dream work, and I hope that this helped you in some way, and that sharing my personal experiences helped broaden your awareness of these plants. I love working with my dream world. It is such a big part of my craft, and I'm really happy to bring you this information. And I definitely have more videos planned about our dream world and how expansive and influential it can be on our waking lives. I've also turned all of this information into a post in my online spellbook at soulandceline.com, and that link will be for you below. Also, I'm going to leave a couple links for you below of where you can purchase these plant allies so that you can have the opportunity to work with them. Many of them you can get at your health food stores or at grocery stores, but there are a few plants here like Blue Lotus that might be a little bit more challenging to find. In Victoria, BC, Triple Spiral Scents has all of these plant allies. Another shop that I love is online. It's called Holy Santo, and she has several different herbal offerings. She even has like a beginner herbal kit, and I have it, and it has a lot of different plant allies in there, including several of the ones that I talked about today, and I really do recommend that, especially if you are a newbie or you're just looking to have a new plant ally in any kind of way. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite dream or sleep plant allies are, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.